Did you hear the news? A 71-year-old man went to bed last night, just like any other night. He wasn't sick, no major health issues, just a regular evening in his cozy home. Yet by morning, he never woke up. His family found him lifeless. No warning, no second chances. What happened? Could this have been prevented? The truth is, after 70, certain bedtime habits can silently kill you. They don't come with flashing red lights. They don't scream for attention. But inside your body, they trigger deadly risks, heart attacks, strokes, sudden death. The scariest part? Most people don't even know they're making these mistakes. Are you at risk? Have you ever woken up gasping for air? Felt your heart racing in the middle of the night? Tossed and turned, unable to sleep, yet never knowing why? This video is not just information, it's a wake-up call. If you're over 70 or love someone who is, what you learned today could save a life. You will discover 5 nighttime habits that may be putting you in danger right now. Some of them will shock you. Others, you may have done for years without a second thought. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid. You'll learn simple but powerful changes to help you sleep safer, stronger, and longer. The final habit? It's something most seniors do every night, and it could be the most dangerous of all. Stay with me. Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear might just save your life. First habit, the silent killer in your kitchen. Why eating too late at night can be deadly after 70. Let's talk about a habit you might not think twice about. Something so common, so normal, that most people never question it. But after 70, it could be pushing you toward an early grave. Think about this. Have you ever gone to bed feeling full? Maybe you enjoyed a hearty dinner, a juicy steak, a late-night bowl of ice cream. You felt satisfied, comfortable, maybe even a little sleepy. But what if that last meal was silently working against you? What if, while you slept, your body was struggling, your heart under pressure, your stomach overwhelmed, your blood sugar spiking? What if, instead of resting, your body was fighting for its life? It sounds dramatic, but it's real. After 70, your body changes. Your metabolism slows. Your digestive system becomes weaker. Your heart works harder. And what you eat, especially when you eat it, can mean the difference between waking up refreshed and never waking up at all. Years ago, you could eat anything before bed. A big plate of pasta, a greasy cheeseburger, maybe even a late-night snack while watching TV, and you slept just fine. But now things have changed. Your body is not as forgiving as it used to be. When you eat late, your stomach produces more acid. If you lie down too soon, that acid creeps up into your throat. You might wake up choking, coughing, feeling a burning sensation in your chest. That's not just discomfort, it's a warning sign. Doctors call it acid reflux. And if it happens night after night, it can lead to something much worse, aspiration pneumonia. When stomach acid repeatedly enters your airways, it can cause infections, inflammation, and even permanent lung damage. And for seniors, aspiration pneumonia can be deadly. But it doesn't stop there. Your heart doesn't get a break when you eat late. Instead of resting, it has to work harder. Your blood pressure stays elevated. Your heart rate remains high. And in the middle of the night, when your body should be in its most relaxed state, this added stress can be fatal. Studies show that eating late can increase the risk of nighttime heart attacks. Why? Because your body is still digesting, your insulin levels are surging, and your arteries are under strain. Imagine this. It's 3 a.m. Your body is supposed to be in deep sleep, repairing itself, restoring energy. Instead, your heart is racing. Your blood is thickening. Your body is in distress. And then a sudden spike in blood pressure. For some, it leads to a heart attack in their sleep. No warning, no second chance. Wouldn't you want to avoid that? If you have diabetes, prediabetes, or even mild insulin resistance, eating late is even more dangerous. Your body struggles to regulate blood sugar while you sleep. Instead of stabilizing, your glucose levels swing wildly. Too high, then too low, then back up again. What happens next? Disrupted sleep. Your body jerks you awake, struggling to balance sugar levels. Increased risk of stroke. High blood sugar thickens the blood, making clots more likely. Cognitive decline. Repeated glucose spikes damage brain cells, increasing the risk of dementia. And here's the terrifying part. Many people don't even realize their blood sugar is spiking while they sleep. They just wake up feeling exhausted, foggy, unsteady. They blame old age, but in reality, their nighttime eating habits are slowly destroying them. This isn't just about science. The Bible speaks clearly about self-control, wisdom, and the importance of honoring our bodies. Proverbs 23 verses 20 to 21. Do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat, for drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. Overeating, especially at the wrong times, leads to weakness, not strength. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 17. Blessed is the land whose king is of noble birth, and whose princes eat at a proper time, for strength and not for drunkenness. There's a right time to eat and a wrong time. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. Are your eating habits honoring God, or are they harming the temple He gave you? The truth is, your body was designed to rest at night, not to digest a heavy meal. God created a natural rhythm for eating, sleeping, and healing. When we follow His design, we thrive. When we ignore it, we suffer the consequences. The good news? This habit is completely in your control. You don't need medication. You don't need surgery. You just need to change when you eat. Here's what you can do tonight. White heavy checkmark, eat your last meal at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. White heavy checkmark if you need a snack. Choose something light, a handful of nuts, a piece of fruit, or herbal tea. White heavy checkmark, avoid heavy, greasy, or sugary foods late at night. It's that simple. And yet, this one change can dramatically lower your risk of nighttime heart attacks, strokes, and digestive issues. Tonight, before you take that last bite, ask yourself, back-end index pointing right, do I want to wake up feeling stronger? Or do I want to gamble with my health? Back-end index pointing right, will I take control of my habits? Or will I let them control me? Back-end index pointing right, am I honoring the body God has given me? One small change tonight could mean waking up tomorrow alive, healthy, and grateful. 2. Drinking too much water before bed. Risk of insomnia and falls. You've already seen how eating late at night can put deadly pressure on your heart, the digestion, and your blood sugar. But that's not the only bedtime habit silently working against you. What if something as simple as drinking too much water could send you to the emergency room? What if in the middle of the night, you got up to use the bathroom, but never made it back to bed? Falls, fractures, head injuries. Thousands of seniors are rushed to the hospital every year because of one simple mistake, drinking too much liquid before bed. And the worst part? It's completely avoidable. How many times did you wake up last night? Once? Twice? More? If you find yourself stumbling to the bathroom multiple times a night, you're not alone. As you age, your bladder loses its ability to hold urine for long periods. That means even if you drink just one extra glass of water, your body might wake you up again and again. But it's not just about losing sleep. It's about what happens when you stand up too quickly, half asleep, in the middle of the night. Did you know that falling is the #1 cause of fatal injuries for seniors in the U.S.? Every year, over 36,000 older adults die from fall-related injuries. And millions more suffer hip fractures, broken bones, and brain trauma. All because of a simple trip to the bathroom. Think about that. One wrong step, one moment of dizziness, one miscalculation, and in seconds, your life is changed forever. You might think, I'm careful. I turn on the light. I hold on to something. But here's what you might not realize. When you wake up suddenly, your blood pressure doesn't adjust fast enough. Your body has been resting. Your circulation is slow. When you stand up too quickly, your brain doesn't get enough blood. What happens next? You feel dizzy. Your vision blurs. You lose balance. And before you know it, you're on the floor. Doctors call this postural hypotension, a dangerous drop in blood pressure when you go from lying down to standing. It happens in seconds. And for seniors, it's a leading cause of falls that result in hospitalization, or worse. Maybe you make it to the bathroom safely. But what about your sleep? Every time you wake up, your body interrupts its natural sleep cycle. And if you're turning on lights, walking down the hall, or checking your phone, your brain gets tricked into thinking it's morning. What does this mean? Your sleep is shallow. Your body doesn't recover. Your immune system weakens. Your memory declines. And over time, chronic sleep disruption can increase your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. Scientists have found that people over 70 who wake up multiple times a night are at a significantly higher risk of cognitive decline. And it all starts with something so simple: drinking too much before bed. The Bible speaks about wisdom and discipline in how we care for our bodies. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Drinking fluids is important, but timing matters. Proverbs 25 verse 16. If you find honey, eat just enough, too much of it, and you will vomit. Even something good, like water, can become harmful in excess. Philippians 4 verse 5. Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is a hand. Balance is key in everything, including our daily habits. God has given us wisdom to care for our bodies. We must listen and act before bad habits turn into health disasters. The solution is simple, but it requires a small change in your routine. White heavy checkmark: drink more water during the day, less at night. White heavy checkmark: taper off fluids after 6 p.m. White heavy checkmark: take small sips if you feel thirsty before bed. White heavy checkmark: avoid diuretics like caffeine, alcohol, or certain teas in the evening. One change, one adjustment, and tonight, instead of waking up 4 times, you'll sleep peacefully. Backhand index pointing right: is that one extra glass of water worth the risk? Backhand index pointing right: do you want to wake up refreshed or risk a dangerous fall? Backhand index pointing right: are your habits protecting your body or putting it in danger? God gave you wisdom. Your body is His temple. Take care of it, because the choices you make before bed could mean waking up tomorrow or not waking up at all. 3. Sleeping in a room that is too warm, a silent danger to the heart. Have you ever woken up drenched in sweat, tossed and turned, unable to settle? Felt your heart pounding, your breathing shallow, your body restless? It's easy to ignore. You adjust the blanket. You turn on a fan. But what if that heat, what if that discomfort was a warning sign? A sign that your body is struggling. A sign that, without realizing it, you are pushing your heart toward exhaustion. Because the truth is, sleeping in a warm room doesn't just make you uncomfortable. It can increase your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even sudden death. And most people have no idea. When you sleep, your body is designed to cool down naturally. Your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure drops. Your system enters a state of deep restoration. But if your room is too warm, this process is disrupted. Your heart doesn't get to rest. Instead of slowing down, it works harder. Your body struggles to release heat, forcing your heart to pump faster, harder, longer. And that kind of stress is dangerous. For seniors, overheating at night can lead to dehydration. Your blood becomes thicker. Your circulation slows. Your risk of blood clots, strokes, and heart attacks skyrockets. And the worst part? It happens while you sleep. You don't feel it. You don't know it's happening until it's too late. Maybe you're thinking, I've always slept in a warm room and I'm fine. But here's the truth. Your body isn't the same as it used to be. As we age, our ability to regulate temperature weakens. Our sweat glands become less active. Our circulation slows. Our bodies don't release heat as easily. What does this mean? Your body traps heat longer. Your heart stays under pressure. Your sleep becomes fragmented, shallow, and restless. And over time, this cycle of poor sleep and increased heart strain leads to higher blood pressure, cognitive decline, and an increased risk of death. It's not just about comfort. It's about survival. The Bible speaks of rest as a gift from God. True rest is meant to restore, heal, and strengthen. But how can we experience that peace when our bodies are overworked, overheated, and at risk? Psalm 4 verse 8. In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Sleep should be a place of peace, not danger. Proverbs 3 verse 24. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. If your sleep is restless, if your body is stressed, something is wrong. Matthew 11 verse 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. God designed sleep to heal, not to harm. If your sleep is leaving you tired, drained, and at risk, then it's time to make a change. The good news? This is one of the easiest habits to fix. And fixing it can save your heart, your mind, and your life. White heavy checkmark set your bedroom temperature between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal sleep. White heavy checkmark use breathable, lightweight blankets instead of heavy synthetic ones. White heavy checkmark wear light, moisture-wicking pajamas to help regulate body heat. White heavy checkmark crack open a window or use a fan for air circulation. These small changes could mean the difference between a restless night and a heart attack. Backhand index pointing right. Is your bedroom helping your body, or is it working against it? Backhand index pointing right. Is your heart resting at night, or is it fighting to survive? Backhand index pointing right. Are you creating an environment of peace and restoration, or one of risk and danger? Your heart is working for you every single night. Give it the rest it deserves. Because the difference between a good night's sleep and a deadly one could be just a few degrees. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position affects breathing and cardiovascular system. You close your eyes, find a comfortable position, and drift off. But what if that comfortable position is restricting your airflow? What if it's putting pressure on your heart? What if it's slowly increasing your risk of stroke, heart failure, or even sudden death? Most people never think about how they sleep. They assume that as long as they feel okay, they're fine. But after 70, your body is different. Your lungs don't expand as easily. Your circulation slows. Your muscles weaken. And one wrong sleeping position could be putting deadly stress on your heart, your brain, and your breathing without you even realizing it. Have you ever woken up gasping for air? Found yourself choking, struggling to breathe? Felt your heart racing, your chest tight, your throat dry? That's not just a bad night's sleep. That's your body fighting for oxygen. Sleeping on your back may seem natural, but for many seniors, it's one of the riskiest positions possible. When you lie flat, gravity pulls your tongue and the soft tissues in your throat downward. Your airway becomes partially blocked. Your breathing becomes shallow, labored, and interrupted. This condition is called sleep apnea. And the worst part? Most people don't even know they have it. You might think you're sleeping peacefully, but in reality, your body is waking up hundreds of times a night, gasping for air, struggling to push oxygen to your heart and brain. And over time, this nightly struggle can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even sudden cardiac arrest in your sleep. Imagine this. A man, 76 years old, a devoted father, a grandfather. He's active. He's sharp. He loves his family. But every night, he sleeps on his back. And every night, his oxygen drops. His heart works harder. His brain struggles to get the air it needs. One morning, he doesn't wake up. No signs. No symptoms. Just gone. His family is left devastated. They never knew his sleeping position was slowly killing him. And the truth is, this isn't rare. It happens to thousands of seniors every year. Maybe you don't sleep on your back. Maybe you prefer sleeping on your side. That's better, right? Not always. Did you know that sleeping on your right side can increase strain on your heart? When you lie on your right side, your heart has to work against gravity. Your circulation slows. Your body's ability to pump blood efficiently decreases. And for those with heart conditions, this extra strain can be dangerous. It's not just about comfort. It's about survival. So what should you do? Experts agree. Sleeping on your left side is the best choice for heart health, circulation, and breathing. Why? It improves blood flow to the heart, reducing strain. It prevents acid reflux, lowering the risk of choking in sleep. It keeps your airway open, reducing the dangers of sleep apnea. For seniors, this simple change can make all the difference. The Bible speaks about wisdom, protection, and caring for our bodies, even while we sleep. Psalm 127 verse 2. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. True rest is a gift from God, but it must be nurtured and protected. Proverbs 3 verse 24. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Are your sleeping habits leading to peace or putting your body in danger? 1 Corinthians 6 verses 19 to 20. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you were bought at a price. Therefore honor God with your bodies. Even the way we sleep should honor the life God has given us. If God has given you the wisdom to protect your health, will you use it? This isn't a complicated fix. You don't need medicine. You don't need surgery. You just need to change how you sleep. White heavy checkmark avoid sleeping on your back. White heavy checkmark switch to your left side for better heart health. White heavy checkmark use a body pillow to prevent rolling onto your back. White heavy checkmark if you have joint pain, place a pillow between your knees. It's that simple. It could mean waking up tomorrow alive. Is your sleeping position helping your body or hurting it? Are you giving your heart the rest it deserves or making it fight to survive? Are you treating your body as the temple God gave you or ignoring the warnings? One small change tonight could be the difference between life and death. So, how will you sleep tonight? 5. Not praying before bed. Losing God's peace and protection. What if I told you that your soul needs protection just as much as your body? Every night, as you lay down to sleep, your heart slows, your body rests, your mind drifts into unconsciousness. You are at your most vulnerable, physically, mentally, spiritually, and yet so many people close their eyes without a single prayer. No words of gratitude, no request for guidance, no shield of protection. What if that night was your last? Would your soul be ready? You wouldn't walk into a battle unarmed. You wouldn't leave your doors unlocked in a dangerous neighborhood. So why would you go to sleep when you are at your weakest without calling upon God's protection? Every night is a spiritual battleground. Your mind is attacked with fear, worry, and doubt. Your soul is tested with temptations and distractions. Your body is left vulnerable to the unknown. The Bible warns us, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Et Peter fe molta. And yet, so many go to bed unguarded. They rely on routine, medicine, or luck to wake up safe. But the truth is, only God holds tomorrow. Only He knows what the night brings. Will you face it alone? Or will you call upon His name? Science has shown that prayer reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and improves sleep. Those who pray before bed experience deeper, more restful sleep, less anxiety and fear, stronger heart health and immune function. But prayer isn't just for calming the body. It is for fortifying the soul. Psalm 91 verses 1 to 2. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Prayer places you under God's divine protection. Matthew 11 verse 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. True rest doesn't come from a mattress. It comes from trusting God. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Prayer guards your heart, protects your mind, and brings supernatural peace. This isn't about reciting words mindlessly. It's about connecting with God. It's about ending your day in His presence, no matter what happened. Here's how you can start tonight. White heavy checkmark, give thanks for the day, good or bad. White heavy checkmark, ask for protection over your home, your body, and your loved ones. White heavy check mark, repent for any sins and seek his guidance. White heavy check mark, surrender your worries, knowing he holds your tomorrow. One prayer, one moment. And tonight, instead of closing your eyes in fear, you will rest in the arms of the Almighty. Are you going to sleep trusting in your own strength? Or are you placing your life in God's hands? Will your night be filled with peace? Or will it be filled with anxiety and regret? Because at the end of the day, your body needs rest, but your soul needs something greater. Don't go to sleep unprotected. Pray tonight. Tonight, before you climb into bed, think about what you've learned. 5 simple habits. 5 hidden dangers. 5 choices that could mean the difference between waking up tomorrow or never opening your eyes again. Eating too late. Drinking too much before bed. Sleeping in a warm room. Lie in the wrong position. Neglecting prayer. Each of these may seem small, harmless, unimportant, but together they can create the perfect storm, one that silently threatens your health, your body, even your soul. But here's the good news. These risks aren't set in stone. You have the power to change, to protect yourself, to give your body the rest, the care, the attention it deserves. You have the wisdom to listen to the warnings before it's too late. The Bible tells us in Hosea 4 verse 6, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Now you know. Now you have the knowledge. What will you do with it? Maybe you'll stop eating late. Maybe you'll adjust your sleeping position. Maybe for the first time in a long time, you'll kneel beside your bed and ask God for protection before you sleep. One small change tonight could be the reason you wake up tomorrow. So I ask you, which habit will you change first? Comment below, share your thoughts, and take action. Your life, your health, and your soul are worth it. Sleep wisely. Sleep safely. Sleep in God's peace.